beautiful life.
สวัสดีครับ Good afternoon and welcome to A Beautiful Life on englishonline.rmutp.ac.th. My name is อาจารย์เกษม พุทธเรืองศรี your host for the program. A Beautiful Life is a program broadcasted every Monday from 1 p.m. to 1:30 p.m. Articles and information about life lessons or good phrases from the books or websites will be presented in this program together with the latest news from Rajamongkol University of Technology Pranakon for you to enjoy. Today we start with the article from China News Asia. They say Tokyo's Shibuya wants to cancel Halloween. That's a mistake. A widely celebrated spooky season festival has received a eviction notice, say the Bloomberg Opinion's Gilroy Ridey. Reported from Tokyo, Tokyo's Shibuya was once the center for raucous Halloween celebrations, but revelers all about as welcome this year as a box of healthy ratings in an elementary school's trick-or-treat candy hall. For the past decade, Tokyo's youth has flocked to the district street to drink, party, and quack at costume zombies, Marios, and Pikachus, but Shibuya no longer wants any part of it. This year, it's spending hundreds of thousands of dollars on an information campaign aimed at dissuading people from coming at all. No events for Halloween on Shibuya streets, proclaimed posters plastered across the railway station. Mayor Ken Hasabe has taken to speaking to the foreign press to get his message across. It's quite the contrast from years past. In 2019, those same posters read, "Let's make Halloween a part of Shibuya to be proud of, encouraging good manners while having fun." Lurking in the background, of course, is the specter of Itaewon, a similarly hip Seoul neighborhood where nearly 160 people were tragically killed in the crash during Halloween weekend in 2022. Tokyo has had its own brushes with Halloween disaster. 2 years ago, the Joker stabbed another on a train and attempted to kill others by starting a blaze. It's a miracle no one died. So the topic is how Halloween took off in Japan. Halloween is a recent invention in this part of the world. When I first came to Japan more than 20 years ago, Phil had even heard of it. Pumpkins were for eating, not for decorating. A parade at Tokyo Disneyland started in 1997. It's often credited with popularizing the celebration, giving parties a reason to dress up. Around 2011, young people in costumes began to assemble in Shibuya in the hundreds and then the thousands as Halloween approaches. While overseas, it might be considered more for and even for kids. In Japan, it became something for university students and other young people who drank in the streets while stumbling from bar to bar. Why it took off when it did is a matter of debate. Some cite the rise of Facebook and Twitter, which grew in popularity in the aftermath of the earthquake, tsunami, and nuclear disaster of 2011, and the release of the movie The Social Network that same year. Others cite the Harajuku icon Kayari Pamyu's song Fashion's Monster released in 2012, whose music video featured a Halloween party. Regardless, Shibuya was at the center, and initially authorities were on board. For several years in the mid 2010s, the city blocked off the main thoroughfare of Dokensaka on multiple nights, freeing up the city center to cosplaying pedestrians. As a long-term resident of the area, there was something quite heartwarming about watching the event grow organically. Tokyo's don't tend to interact with much with strangers compared with, say, local in Osaka. To see the one night a year when a group of costume Super Marios could encounter a completely unfamiliar group of Luigi's and instantly become friends was friendly magical. But as the number of attendees peaked pre-pandemic, Shibuya began to lose patience. Bad praise circulated when a small truck was overturned in 2018. The media highlight reports of sexual harassment and other assaults through serious incidents were limited. Hasabe, the mayor, says the quality of the event has declined, even as the number of people increased to some 40,000 in 2019, with fewer attendees dressing up in costume and more coming to gawk at or augur those who did that year in an attempt to limit ram branchiousness. The city began asking stores to stop selling alcohol. Drinking in the streets is perfectly local in Japan, though Shibuya has passed a rather powerless local ordinance that limits it around Halloween and New Year's Eve. The topic is fear of another Itaewon. Although COVID-19 kept the event low-key over the last few years, things have now changed, and foreign tourists are back, with some 25% more in the capital than in 2019. Hasabe has worried that around 60,000 people could gather in the area this year. To some extent, one sympathies it's not like the local economy is being boosted much by the costume and canned drinks, and any tax surplus is probably cancelled out by the cleanup on November the 1st. Local residents complain about the noise and inability to access nearby business. Certainly, no one wants to risk another Itaewon, but it's hard to think this isn't another heavy-handed decision more likely to backfire. Shibuya's reputation is built on being a haven for the young people who transformed it into a worldwide music and fashion sanctuary. That reputation is why so many congregate there. Halloween or not, its bars and restaurants are what make the area famous. The reason tourists flock to Shibuya rather than, say, a business district such as Shiodome. Hasabe says he wants to make Shibuya into a global icon like Paris or New York. Some would argue the area is already, in many ways, far ahead, but those cities didn't make their names by turning people away. Hasabe should perhaps observe how New York handles events such as the Times Square ball drop on New Year's Eve when up to 1 million laborers attend. Young people will come anyway. It could be better for authorities to learn into the event and in doing so manage it. Itaewon ultimately occurred not because of Halloween itself, but because of insufficient planning, policing, and crowd control. Those are easier to do when you know when people will congregate. Next year, let's give the capital's young people a spooky season without uncompromising shocks. And that's all for Tokyo's Shibuya wants to cancel Halloween. That's a mistake. And next, come to CNA Insider. They said every day, 500,000 malware apps are created for scamming. Who's behind them? Scam apps can be surprisingly easy to create. The program Talking Point hit for Vietnam, one of the world's top 10 cybercrime hotspots, and discovered that the person behind that malware app could be a teen with a computer. Reported from Hanoi, 1 hour. That is all for the time it takes to build malicious software that can access the camera, messages, calls, storage, microphone location, contacts, nearly everything on a victim's phone. And cyber threat hunter Ngo Min Hugh finds more than 500,000 of such malware apps created every day. In his work for Vietnam's National Cyber Security Center, Vietnam saw a 64% rise in online fraud in the first half of this year compared with the same period last year, according to the country's Authority of Information Security. A growing number of incidents in the last 5 years are related to malware, said Nguyen Quang Tong, the director of the Institute for Policy Studies and Media Development. The flurry of fraudulent activities has landed Vietnam among the world's top 10 cybercrime hotspots, according to the Global Tech Council. The program Talking Point found as it investigated who might be behind the malware scams that have emerged in Singapore this year. The topic is former scammer becomes cyber threat hunter. Between January and August, more than 1,400 victims in Singapore lost at least 20.6 million Singapore dollar in total, police says. The perpetrators linked to malware scams have mostly played the role of money mouths, said Ang Hua Huang, assistant superintendent at the newly operationalized anti-scam command center run by the Singapore Police Force. There have been teenagers arrested for suspected involvement. These are people who relinquish their bank accounts or even sell their SingPass credentials over jobs offers on Telegram, said Ang. This allows scammers to transfer money from the victim's bank account to a local bank account. They're facilitating the scam syndicates in laundering money overseas. The syndicate themselves are usually from neighboring countries. In said, over in Vietnam, young people make up the majority of the malware scammer, said Tong, and they mostly operate as individuals. Young people here are good at technology. They are tech savvy, and some people self study too. They learn about hacking skills, he said. Indeed, there is no shortage for tech savvy individuals in Vietnam. Computer science is compulsory in most public schools in Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh City. Starting from third grade, when students reach high school, coding is compulsory in IT classes. Today, Vietnam is known to have one of the best high-tech talent pools in Asia. Malware can allow scammers to gain control of the victim's phone. Hugh himself knows a thing or two about how malware scammers work. He got into hacking just for fun when he was 14 years old. When he was 16, he started making money from stealing credit card details, which helped to fund his college education in New Zealand. By age 23, he was chasing by big money, stealing on personal data of 200 million United States citizens from his base in Vietnam. He was caught in 2013 and sentenced to 13 years jail. He was released for good behavior in 2019 and joined the government to hunt down cyber criminals. The next topic is the marketplace for malware. Building malware is so commonplace that there are publicly available tools known as open source software that scammers can use to automatically build their app. This is usually the first step for most hackers nowadays, said Hugh. Much like a build your own salad bowl, hackers can choose what features they want for their app, such as access to a victim's message and get their end product within an hour. Hacking and scamming resources are also easily found on messaging app Telegram, where developers share tips and tricks. The Android package Kit Builder helps scammers to build their malware apps automatically. For those without technical experience, getting their hands on malware apps is as simple as shopping on e-commerce platform eBay. Said Hugh, scammers can use Telegram to subscribe to malware as a service or phishing as a service, which means for 300 US dollar or about 410 Singapore dollar to 500 US dollar, they can access to the malware of their choice for a month. There is new malware that can be invisible to antivirus software, said Wu Ngok Son, tech, technical director at the Vietnam National Cybersecurity Technology Corporation. This could mean warning messages will not pop up before a user proceeds to download a piece of malware. There have also been high profile incidents targeting politicians or certain journalists to steal information. He said it costs a lot of money and time to invest or research into these vulnerability on the phone. It could affect Android, Windows, or iOS. Anything could be possible with time, he warned. The phone security features will never catch up 100%. With the rate of building malware each day, I find more than half a million new malware. So next topic is what authorities are doing. Vietnam, like Singapore, recently set up a department that focuses on tackling cybercrime. We have kept ourselves well informed with news alerts sent by either cybersecurity firms or businesses, alerting us of hacker groups from Vietnam spreading malware, said Lieutenant Colonel Trill Ma Tung, the Deputy Director of the Cybersecurity and High-Tech Crime Prevention Department under Vietnam Ministry of Public Security. There have been a few cases where we managed to identify the culprits who created and disseminated malware and exchanged such information with foreign law enforcement agencies for concerted countermeasures. The department has also run cybersecurity surveillance campaign to promptly uncover behaviors dangerous to society and make regular recommendations to the government and civil society organizations on how to raise awareness of cyber safety among the population at Tung, especially among young people, that the acts of using malware to corrupt information systems is a violation of the law. Ready-made malware apps are easily purchased on Telegram. In Singapore, the Monetary Authority of Singapore, or MAS, and the Infocom Media Development Authority, or IMDA, proposed this week a way in which companies and customers could share losses arising from scams if they are found to have breaches their responsibility. Financial institutions and telecommunication company or telcos may have to compensate their customers could share losses arising from scams if they are found to have breached their responsibility. Financial institutions and telecommunication company or telcos may have to compensate their customer who fall prey to scam. These responsibilities may include the failure of bank to send outgoing transaction alerts to consumer and the failure of telcos to implement a scam filter for SMSs. The framework will focus on phishing scams for a start. Google beefed up Android security to better detect malicious apps amid spike in malware scams. The framework does not include malware scams for now. They are relatively new and with risk mitigation measures still being rolled out. It would be premature to set out specific responsibilities for the different stakeholders, the MAS and IMDA said. For example, major retail banks here have rolled out new anti-malware security updates and are looking to introduce a money lock feature which could allow customers to set aside a certain amount in their accounts that cannot be digitally transferred out without strict authentication measure. So you can watch the second episode of this talking points special from the program air on channel 5 every Thursday from 9:30 p.m. in Singapore time. So we'll be right back after a short break.
Beautiful life.
You are listening to A Beautiful Life on englishonline.rmutp.ac.th. We are back to the news from Rajamongkol University of Technology พระนคร discussing supporting the SEA or Southeast Asia Games. Dr. นัทวรพล รัตน์สิริวัชรบุญ President of Rajamongkol University of Technology พระนคร along with university administrators and executives from all 8 Rajamongkol University of Technology attended a meeting to discuss with the Olympic Committee of Thailand under royal patronage with General Wit Thepasadin Ayuthaya, Secretary General of the Olympic Committees of Thailand under royal patronage, sharing the meetings to discuss academic cooperation or MOU in developing sports for excellence, including supporting preparation for hosting the 33rd SEA Games, which will take place between the 9th to the 20th of December 2025. In addition, after the meeting, Olympic Committee of Thailand under royal patronage, sport equipment has been given to all Rajamongkol universities to be allocated to students and youth to play sports, consisting of 70 soccer balls, 130 volleyballs, 110 basketball, 100 sets of paytong balls, set of 3 balls, 100 trakor balls, 115 pickleballs at the Olympic Foundation of Thailand on October the 12th, 20th and 23rd. Next, Rajamongkol University of Technology พระนคร have a good news. They said you are invited to join as host of 2023 กฐินสามัคคี ceremony at Suvarnakiri Temple, Cha Cheong Sao Province. You are invited to join as host of the กฐินสามัคคี ceremony for the year 2023 to build the JD or Pagoda พระมหาธาตุศรีสุวรรณคีรีบนยอดเขา on the mountain top on Sunday November the 5th 2023 at 1 p.m. at วัดสุวรรณคีรี Cha Cheong Sao Province. Join as host by transferring money through Bangkok Bank account name กฐินสามัคคีมทรพระนครประจำปี2506ประจำปี2556 account number 880-7-47694-3. Finally, send a copy of the money transfer slip and name list at Kong Klang or Central Department by October the 24th, 2023 to issue a certificate of appreciation. For more information, please contact 02-665 3777 extension number 6012-6918 and 8231. Next, congratulations to the students of Faculty of Mass Communication Technology, ราชมงคล University of Technology พระนคร on the occasion of passing the first round Social Advertising Theme Contest Project Royal Trophy of Her Royal Highness Princess มหาจักรีสิรินธร Congratulations to the second year's Advertising and Public Relations Technology students Faculty of Mass Communication Technology ราชมงคล University of Technology พระนคร on the occasion of passing the first round Social Advertising Theme Contest Project Royal Trophy of Her Royal Highness Princess มหาจักรีสิรินธร The 19th True Young Producer Award 2023 on the topic Stop before clicking Click when you are sure or ยั้งก่อนคลิกคลิกเมื่อชัวร์ There were a total of 564 teams applying from 69 higher education institutes across the country. Students who have passed the final round are Mr. เอกมลร้อยแล้ว and Miss มานิตาอัศวะวงเจริญ from Manita team with Assistant Professor Jutiphon Parinyokun as advisor. The team that passed the final round will participate in training activity group of young cyber fighters อรวมกวนมือปราบไซเบอร์วัยยัง and ready to receive funds to further produce their work 3,000 baht per team to submit their work to participate in the final round of the contest. And the last news from ราชมงคล University of Technology พระนคร attended the meeting to prepare the Dusit District Health Plan fiscal year of 2024. Assistant Professor ศรัทธาแข่งเพ็ญแข Assistant Rector for Student Affairs ราชมงคล University of Technology พระนคร being a representative of the university to attend a meeting on the preparation of a health plan for Dusit District fiscal year 2024 together with the Dusit District Office with Assistant Director of Dusit District Mr. สรรเสริญเรืองฤทธิ์ and Mrs. วรัญญาลีลาบูรณพงษ์ chairing the meeting along with the representatives of government agencies, the private sector, the public sector, and network partners in the Dusit area to jointly brainstorm ideas for preparing a health plan for Dusit District, which has been allocated a budget of 6,500,000 baht from the Bangkok Health Insurance Fund at เสมอใจ Conference Room, 4th floor, ราชวัฒน์ Building, Dusit District Office, Bangkok. And the time is up for today, beautiful life. Please join us on every Monday on englishonline.rmutp.ac.th. Your host has been อาจารย์เกษมพุทธเรืองศรี You are welcome to subscribe to our channel on englishonline.rmutp.ac.th. Thank you very much for joining our program today and see you again next Monday. สวัสดีครับ
Beautiful Life will be back again next Monday.